Right now at 8, COVID-19 cases increasing across parts of the tri-state where things stand as we head into a new work week.
Masking up, new measures to have people wear face coverings. It's a hot topic, but what will enforcement look like?
And fresh food. Which communities are giving away free produce today and where you can go to get it.
And as those rain chances moved out of the area, we are looking out for dry and beautiful conditions for this Monday. But the heat and rain will be returning. We're going to be talking about that coming up in your full forecast.
Focused on family and the community. 44 News This Morning at 8 starts now.
Well, good Monday morning, Tri-State. The time 8 o'clock if you are just waking up. It is July 13th. You're taking a live look over downtown Evansville. Just a couple of cars, a semi there traveling east on the Lloyd Expressway. A mask mandate coming to the River City in just a couple of days. We're going to have more on that in just a moment. But first, we're starting off with weather. We want to thank you for joining us. I'm Lauren Leslie.
And I'm Aaron Huber. If you're just waking up, I'm a little bit envious, but I'm always glad to be here and filling in this morning for Tommy. But someone who is with us all the time is Storm Team meteorologist Griffin Glasscock. And, will we see some sunny skies for a Monday?
Yes, good morning, everybody. We're going to be seeing much of this across the area, which I know that is good news, as we did see plenty of rain yesterday as well as Saturday night. So we're getting a break from the rain for the next couple of days. Temperatures are going to be on the comfortable end for today. 72 right now across the tri-state. We do have those dew points on the comfortable end as well, so not feeling muggy or soupy as you're walking out the door this morning. It is feeling that dry, and you're getting a little breeze out from the north-northeast at 6 miles per hour. Just a pleasant and just a day you want to take advantage of because we don't get many of these in the month of July. We've got this high pressure still well in control, and that is responsible for the dry and clear conditions that we're going to be experiencing for today and your Tuesday. But then we've got this system off to the northwest that could be bringing us some more active weather throughout the rest of the week. So looking forward, we are going to be seeing warmer conditions, possibly seeing highs well into the 90s as we get closer to Wednesday, as well as some rain chances as we get closer to the weekend. So we're going to be talking about all of that as well as the heat and rain coming up in a bit. But for now, let's get back over to the desk.
Developing this morning, new measures will go into effect this week in the River City to try and help stop the spread of coronavirus across the tri-state, though. From just over the weekend, more than a dozen new cases, 70 in fact, most coming from the Hoosier State. Vanderburgh County reporting more than 40 new cases, in Warwick County 11, and 5 from DuBois County. Gibson, Spencer, and Pike counties all reporting new cases as well. In Kentucky, just 1 new case out of Muhlenberg County. Illinois reporting 2 new cases, one in Saline County, the other out of Wayne County. Right now, there are several free testing sites open throughout the tri-state. The Green River District Health Department releasing new appointments for upcoming weeks. Testing is going to be offered at each of its 7 county clinics. Pre-registration is required, this in order to be tested, and you can do that online. All you need to do is visit the health department's website.
Developing this morning, mask mandates are becoming more and more common. Kentucky put one in just last week statewide, and on Wednesday, the River City will be the next area community to see one. Now, as Jake Thomas reports, the orders to mask up are now coming from city, county, and state leaders.
On Friday, a statewide mask mandate went into effect in the Bluegrass State. This mandate requiring Kentucky citizens to wear a mask in public anytime people are unable to social distance with one another. And with 453 new coronavirus cases reported in the Bluegrass State on Saturday, Governor Andy Beshear once again reminded people of how important it is to follow the mandate.
This may be the answer to how we get back to an old normal, how we save $10 billion in our economy we'll lose if we do not wear these, and what will give us our best chance to save lives and to hopefully get our kids back in school.
And after a week that saw Vanderburgh County set 2 consecutive single-day records for COVID-19 cases, Evansville Mayor Lloyd Winnecke announced on Friday a citywide mask mandate after speaking to medical experts in the area.
Unanimously, they are recommending that we proceed with a mask directive to help slow the spread of the virus and to protect the public health. An executive order is being drafted with a directive to wear a face covering beginning next Wednesday, July 15th.
But there are no fines or punishments set up in place for those that don't follow the mandate. And with no punishment set in place for defying this new mask mandate, some Evansville citizens don't expect to see much change.
No, if there's no punishment, nobody's going to listen to it. I mean, it's recommended and people already don't listen to it, so I doubt that everyone's going to follow it just because it's mandatory now.
Mayor Winnicky said that face coverings will be required in indoor public spaces and that he will strongly encourage businesses to also require them. The mandate goes into effect this Wednesday and is set to last for a week, but the mandate can be renewed for another 7 days at any time. Reporting in Evansville, Jake Thomas, 44 News.
Full details of the River City's mask mandate going to be released in the coming days.
And in the meantime, Mayor Winnicky says that the mandate is for situations where social distancing just isn't possible. Now, the mayor's office is reminding residents that the mandate comes from data supporting the fact that the virus is spreading throughout our community.
I've consistently held that with all that government is doing, from testing to tracing to offering best practices from our medical advisory group on how to reopen business, government should not also be required to have citizens do the right thing by wearing a mask. But I've also said that the time may come with our daily numbers, that is the day-to-day data that shows how the virus is spreading in our community, may give us a different direction.
Now, the Evansville-Vanderburgh County schools are also set to reopen in just over 3 weeks. The mayor is hoping that the mandate helps for a safe return to the classrooms. We will bring you updates on Evansville's mask mandate on air and online at WEVV.com.
The Hopkins County Sheriff's Office wanting to remind everyone right now 911 is for emergencies only. This comes after Governor Beshear's order to mask up. Taking to Facebook, the Sheriff's Office says deputies will not be citing or arresting anyone in relation to face masks. The only situation in which they might respond if a business owner asks you to leave for not wearing a mask and you refuse. That would be considered trespassing. To report a person or a business not complying with the governor's mask mandate, you should call the Hopkins County Health Department. Well, as of Sunday, 2 more restaurants joining a long list across the tri-state.
Now, that list includes not only restaurants, but hairdressers, bars that have all had to close temporarily after an employee tested positive for COVID-19. Marissa Patwa is live in Evansville with more on how things are shaping up.
Good morning, Aaron and Lauren. The St. Phillips Inn, where I'm at right now, has had to close down temporarily, as you just mentioned, due to an employee testing positive for COVID-19. Now, that announcement was made yesterday. Also announced yesterday, an employee at Zapp's Tavern in Mount Vernon also testing positive for COVID-19.
This St. Phillips Inn employee last worked in the restaurant on July 7th, while the Zapp's Tavern employee last worked on July 6th. Both restaurant owners say they have already requested their respective staffs be tested. Neither restaurant has given an exact reopening date yet, but Zapp's Tavern said they will only reopen once we can ensure a safe work environment for our team members and safe dining environment for our guests. Both of these establishments announcing their closures on the heels of the AZIP Pizza on the West Side Pearl Drive location and Brew Burger in downtown Evansville on Thursday, July 9th, each with an employee testing positive for COVID-19. While at Roni's employee also testing positive for COVID-19 last week, after a deep cleaning, they're drive-through only.
St. Phillips Inn and Zapp's Tavern are both closed and undergoing deep cleanings today, and all of these establishments are not letting those COVID-positive employees return to work until they are cleared of the virus. Reporting live in Evansville, Marissa Patwa, 44 News.
Thanks, Marissa. 8:09 now, and It Takes a Village No-Kill Rescue says that they are stopping any further intake of animals due to being understaffed, saying that with the few members that they have, they just can't keep up with the hundreds of applications and the vetting process for every animal. Now, for now, the organization will be spending the next week trying to catch up on their current backlog and evaluating their procedures. One tri-state community is giving away some fresh produce. All Saints Catholic Church and Seton Harvest hosted their first community produce giveaway event of the season over the weekend. People lined up outside of the St. Anthony Catholic Church Parish in Evansville to get a variety of fresh fruits and veggies along with some new recipes. Organizers say that the bags of fresh food were handed out in a matter of minutes.
This neighborhood here, there's not a grocery store that's close that offers fresh produce, so bringing it to this neighborhood for the neighbors that, walk, ride bikes, makes it more convenient for them.
On top of the free veggies, the church also offered a free outdoor worship concert for anyone interested. Now, this event will take place, if you missed it, every second Sunday of the month, ranging from August to October, and the bags of produce are given out on a first-come, first-served basis. And across the river, free fresh produce will be provided in Henderson to county residents in need. Food can be picked up at the Johnny Matthias Pavilion at the Henderson County Fairgrounds this morning from 9:30 to 11. Now, this comes in partnership with the Henderson County Road Department and the Audubon Area Community Services.
I wonder what fresh produce people are going to be getting. I told you earlier, I just love, oh my gosh, summertime is the best for making salads because everything is just so perfect.
Right, and you can get like a fruit salad or like a caprese salad or a fresh salad.
You can do whatever you want.
All kinds
We got
of
options.
salad. We got options, but we do not have many options for our weather. It's either going to be wet or it's going to be dry this next few weeks.
I thought you were going to say we don't have options when it comes to our meteorologist.
Well,
and I was thinking, we don't want
either.
options.
She
we
is
love who we have.
Of a kind, and she's great. And she is Storm Team meteorologist Griffin Glasscock with a look at our forecast.
I don't know how to follow up with that. Well, I've got good news, so I guess I'll go with that. We've got beautiful skies across the tri-state as we're looking at our convention camera in Owensboro, seeing fantastic weather across the tri-state on this Monday morning. We're seeing 72 degrees in Henderson and Evansville, and we're already at 73 in Madisonville, in Owensboro. So not too bad as we kicked off the morning in the high 60s in most of our communities. But now we are starting to see mostly high 60s and those lower 70s. 70 in Clay. Our friends over in Fairfield still at 69. In Washington, we are still at 68 degrees. So if you've got plans to head out this morning, if you haven't already, we're going to be rising well up into the high 70s through the 10 o'clock hour. A great time to get out for lunch. I know we haven't really had the best weather to do so. It rained for most of us yesterday afternoon. I know when I was eating lunch out, it was pouring down rain in Evansville. And then last week, we just had some sweltering heat and just made it very uncomfortable. So I would definitely take advantage to maybe sit outside today as you head out for your lunch hour. Now, if you didn't get your car cleaned off yesterday from all the rain, today and tomorrow would be some good days to do so if you want to head out to the car wash. We're going to be seeing mostly sunny conditions, and then Wednesday, not so much. We are going to begin to pick up some rain chances once again in the area. So while we did see that yesterday, it's going to be coming back midweek, and with it, the heat as well. We're going to be talking about all of that coming up in about 10 minutes.
Some sad news to report this morning. Former Indiana Mr. Basketball Steve Bushey has died. He won Indiana's Mr. Basketball in 1979 before joining with the Hoosiers for their national championship run in 1981. Bushey was inducted into the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame in 2009. He was just 59 years old.
Well, we've got some nice clear skies, as Griffin mentioned, and some nice clear roadways as we take a live look outside Ford Expressway. Moving right along, and we are moving right along this morning as well. 8:14 the time now, and you are watching 44 News This Morning. Don't go anywhere.
Catch my forecast on Classic Hits 104.9 in Fairfield.
One of the greatest ever.
I feel a river of light moving through me. Puts the mind at ease. I feel at home.
Thursday, you are going to be choosing the future father of your child.
The season finale you've been waiting for. I'd choose you.
Labor of Love season finale Thursday on Fox, or watch anytime on Fox Now or Hulu.
When unexpected home projects come along, use the Home Advisor app and instantly book an appointment online with a top-rated pro. Be prepared for whatever home projects come your way. Download the free Home Advisor app today.
They say at a certain age you just stop caring. I wonder what age that is. Simply Ageless with Hyaluronic Complex. Clamps and hydrates for your best skin at any age. From easy, breezy, beautiful CoverGirl.
Creditors chasing you down? You can run, but you can't hide. Call Indiana bankruptcy attorney Lloyd Kohler at 812-949-2211. Call Kohler Law. One call, that's all. We stop creditors in their tracks.
Trouble getting to the dentist?
I've had a lot of toothaches in the past. I've tried pain pills. They never did anything for me. Nothing works like this right here, Oragel. Just put it right up here and wiped out the pain.
Oragel, America's #1 toothache pain reliever.
When you go to some lawyers' websites, they're flooded with fake awards and recognition. Best lawyer in the universe, top lawyer on planet Earth. All BS. Thousands of lawyers are the top 100 because they wrote a check and got a plaque. I'm embarrassed for them because it's fraud. Don't be fooled. Hire a lawyer with a reputation for results. Go to forthepeople.com to see our real verdicts and what our clients were first offered. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. For the people.
The summer savings event continues through July at Romaine GMC. The days are hot and the deals are even hotter on every GMC truck and SUV. For a limited time, save over $11,300 on 2020 GMC Sierra 1500, or save over $9,000 on a 2020 GMC Acadia, or buy a 2020 GMC Terrain and save over $8,700. Hot deals are here at Romaine GMC during the summer savings event all month long. Shop online at RomaineGMC.com.
Barnett's Furniture Summer Sales Event is on. Dining sets start at $189. Two-piece sofa and love seats start at $399. Mattress sets start at $148 and recliners start at $249. Huge selection of area rugs. Summer's hot deals at Barnett's Furniture.
Welcome back. And coronavirus cases are soaring into a number of states, and the debate over reopening schools is taking on a new urgency as a result. Fox News correspondent Doug Luzader has more from Washington this morning, where the White House is pushing hard for kids to return to their classrooms in just the coming weeks.
Well, so much hinges on what schools decide to do this fall, with the White House leaning hard and states weighing the risks. There may be long lines for coronavirus testing in Florida, but the lines in Disney World were oddly short as the park opened up for the first time since March, with temperature checks, face masks, and a limited capacity.
If you look around, it's a ghost town. I mean, there's people around, but it's lacking that life.
Florida set a new single-day state record yesterday for new coronavirus cases, more than 15,000. And plenty of other states are also seeing a surge. So what to do about schools? President Trump wants them open this fall, backed by his Secretary of Education.
We know that kids from vulnerable populations and homes have been suffering by not being in school and by not continuing their learning.
What are the risks? Well, kids can contract coronavirus, but far less frequently than adults.
What's less clear is how efficiently kids will spread the virus in school, both to each other and to teachers, adults, and parents.
Teachers unions and Democrats say the push is too much too soon.
This is appalling. They're messing. They're messing. The president and his administration are messing with the health of our children.
Now, at some point this week, we expect to see new guidance from the CDC as to how schools can go about the process safely of reopening. In Washington, Doug Luzader, Fox News.
Well, here in Evansville, is it going to be sunny or is it going to be stormy? Well, that's what we've been looking at all morning long.
I think it's going to be a sunny day out there. Storm Team meteorologist Griffin Glasscock standing by with a full check of our Monday forecast. Miss Griffin.
Yes, you are exactly right. We're going to be seeing lots of sunshine today. So the storms have moved out of the area. I know we've got plenty of rain in a lot of our communities yesterday, but today we are drying out and it's going to be comfortable at that. So no oppressive heat out there. 72 right now, though, in Evansville. We're feeling like 72 with those humidity levels kind of on the higher end, but those dew points are lower, much lower than where we were last week, and that's what we're looking at. So we won't be going much above 60 to 65, and that's where we want to stay, especially for this time of year. We'll have that wind at north-northeast at 6 miles per hour, and we're going to hang on to those winds for much of the day, and that's going to filter in that much cooler and comfortable air. 72 in Henderson, and we are at 73 in Owensboro this morning. We're seeing much of the same across the tri-state. A lot of our friends are well into the upper 60s and lower 70s, so we're already at 74 in Madisonville, 72 in Carmi, and our friends down in Princeton, 73 degrees. For today, we'll be hitting a high of 85 degrees, mostly sunny skies, but like I said, with those low humidity levels, it's going to keep things pleasant and dry out there. A good day if you have any outdoor activities you need to, if you have planned or you just want to get out of the way, maybe some yard work. It's going to be 83.5 into 6 o'clock, so when you're headed home from work, still going to be pleasant, not going to be dodging any rain chances, and those pleasant conditions hang on well into the 9 o'clock hour for tonight, and that will be continuing well into tonight, into tomorrow. High pressure will be continuing to stay in control for much of the day tomorrow, and behind that, that's when we'll see that more active trend move towards our area, and that'll be bringing us some shower and thunderstorm chances as well as some oppressive heat. So take advantage of the next couple of days. As we fast forward to Wednesday on Futurecast, that's when we could see the system start to bring us some active weather. Rain chances will continue well into Thursday and Friday. Temperatures, look at that, scorching by the weekend. 94 Saturday, 95 Sunday.
Now super-fast internet on sale. Double your speed for $5 more. Details at Huawei.com.
Wow. It's a name you have trusted through the years. Robert, John, and Associates.
This is a mother that won't hassle you about grandkids. The new Mother Cruncher chicken sandwich from Rally's. Crispy, crunchy white meat with all the mother-loving fixins, or the tangy bacon barbecue. Rally's Mother Cruncher chicken sandwiches, starting at $3.99. Get Rally's delivered.
Honest Abe Roofing is your roofing repair specialist.
Many times a repair may be all that your roof needs.
Plus, the price of your repair will be credited towards your future roof replacement.
So the next time you find missing shingles,
call Honest Abe Roofing.
At Gerling Law, we provide aggressive representation for injured people. My promise to our clients is that we will treat them the right way and fight for them until the end of their case.
Our military uses high-tech surveillance equipment to keep you safe, like aircraft that can listen in on conversations from hundreds of miles away. Hi, I'm Hunter Ellis. Now you too can experience super hearing with Magic Ear by Atomic Beam. It can hear a pin drop from 100 feet away. No more embarrassing complaints as you watch TV.
Please, turn that down.
You can adjust the volume for your personal listening. With Magic Ear, you don't have to turn up the volume or ask anyone to repeat themselves. This state-of-the-art breakthrough lets you adjust volume to hear better than anyone in the room. You can even hear a whisper 100 feet away.
Have you seen Dawn? She looks amazing.
And pick up sounds you'd never hear. It's hard to hear in the backseat of a car.
Are you okay?
I can't hear you back here. Now sit back and talk comfortably.
Can you hear me back there?
Loud and clear. Use Magic Ear in theaters and meetings.
What'd he say?
You'll hear every word clearly, comfortably, no matter where you're sitting. Magic Ear gives you the incredible experience of super hearing. Sportsmen and bird watchers use it to hear noises that are too low for the human ear.
People think it's a pocket radio, and I like that.
I love how discreet it is. Fits in the palm of your hand. No one even knows you're listening.
Discover for yourself the thrilling experience of super hearing. Order Magic Ear by Atomic Beam right now for just $19.99. But wait, order now and you can double the offer. Just pay a separate fee. Plus, we'll ship them free and fast. That's 2 Magic Ear by Atomic Beam and free shipping. This technology cost over $150 million. But Magic Ear, it's a deal. Order now.
Call 1-800-211-9147. That's 1-800-211-9147 or visit getmagicgear.com. So call 1-800-211-9147. Order now.
Catch my forecast on Hip Hop and R&B 98.5 WEOA.
Happening this week, Evansville will be the latest area community to see a mask mandate. Full details of the order are going to be released in the coming days. Mayor Winnecke says the mandate is for situations where social distancing is not possible. The mayor's office also reminding residents the mandate comes from data supporting the fact that the virus is spreading throughout our community.
I've consistently held that with all that government is doing, from testing to tracing to offering best practices from our medical advisory group on how to reopen business, government should not also be required to have citizens do the right thing by wearing a mask. But I've also said that the time may come with our daily numbers, that is the day-to-day data that shows how the virus is spreading in our community, may give us a different direction.
Over the weekend, Vanderburgh County reported more than 40 new coronavirus cases. We're going to bring you updates on Evansville's mask mandate on air and online, of course, at WEVV.com. Well, the Hopkins County Sheriff's Office reminding everyone right now 911 for emergencies only, and this comes after Governor Beshear's order to mask up across the Commonwealth. Taking to Facebook, the Sheriff's Office says deputies are not going to be citing or arresting anyone in relation to face masks. The only situation in which they could respond if a business owner asks you to leave for not wearing a mask and you would refuse. That would then be considered trespassing. To report a person or a business not complying with the governor's mask mandate, call the Hopkins County Health Department. Griffin, an absolutely gorgeous morning today.
Yes, and we are going to be even seeing more gorgeous conditions as we head through the afternoon. We're talking about highs well into the mid-80s. 85 is our projected high. Mostly sunny skies, pleasant and dry, as we do have those humidity levels on the low end, and that is going to help keep things on the dry side. So no rain that we're going to be dodging throughout the afternoon. And as we take a look at your poolcast, this is the UV index values that we'll be looking at throughout your afternoon. Around 1 o'clock we'll be at a 9.8, which is kind of on the extreme end, and then we will start to drop down throughout the rest of the afternoon. Now, just to take a look, around 1 o'clock, that is about the time. It should only take around 15 minutes before you could experience a sunburn. So you're going to want to make sure that you are grabbing that stronger sunscreen as you head out the door this morning, even if you aren't at the pool. But if you are spending an excessive amount of time outside, you do want to make sure you're still putting on that sunscreen and grabbing plenty of water. The heat can just kind of exhaust us. For tonight, we will dropping down into the upper 60s, much like we did last night. Mostly clear and very comfortable, and we'll still have that northerly wind in effect. Now, as we head through the week, well into tomorrow, much like today, but we will be more around average. Highs will be in the upper 80s. As we get closer to Wednesday, rain chances will move into the tri-state. Highs will start to jump into the 90s once again, and it doesn't look like we'll be going down anytime soon. The heat is here to stay for quite some time. Rain chances continue well into Friday, and then we'll still see those slight rain chances well into Saturday and Sunday, but most of those will be those afternoon rain chances with the heat and humidity well in effect. But look at those highs on the weekend. My goodness, mid-90s.
Have a news tip? Call us or email news@WEVV.com.
If I only had one message, it would be this: all law firms are not the same. Some can, some just can't. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
This chicken is marinated, slow-cooked, hand-breaded, and flash-fried. Yeah, Arby's just gave away those secrets. Like any other restaurant has the patience for all that. Arby's, we have the meats.
Creditors chasing you down? You can run, but you can't hide. Call Indiana bankruptcy attorney Lloyd Kohler at 812-949-2211. Call Kohler Law, One call, that's all. We stop predators in their tracks.
Hometown Heroes, Friday nights on 44 News at 10.
Right now at 8:30, COVID across the tri-state, where things stand as we head into a new week.
New measures ordering you to mask up, but what will enforcement look like? The latest on mask mandates across the tri-state.
Fresh food, which communities are giving away some free produce today.
And we're waking up to dry and pleasant conditions, and that's what we're going to be experiencing for our Monday as well as into Tuesday. But what is to come for the rest of the week? We'll be talking about it coming up in your full forecast.
Focused on family and the community. 44 News This Morning at 8 continues now.
Well, if there is a cloud in the sky, I don't think I can see one here as we take a live look on our MetroCam. A gorgeous picture of downtown Evansville, and it is shaping up to be a gorgeous day. Now, we are going to have a lot more on the weather coming up, but in the meantime, I'm Aaron Huber in for Mr. Tommy Mason.
Yes, you are. Tommy, I believe he's at Turkey Run, if I remember correctly. And he's out camping with the family, so he's enjoying some time off. I just heard our producer said that is correct, Lauren, so we got that right. Right now, we're going to start off with Storm Team meteorologist Griffin Glasscock, though. How is the camping forecast for Tommy Griffin?
Actually, it's pretty well. He may have had to dodge some showers yesterday, but that's up near Terre Haute from what he told me. So they are waking up to comfortable weather once again today. Probably even going to be a little bit cooler than here, so he is getting a nice little vacation, I would say. Now, we are taking a live look outside our windows in Evansville. Smooth moving along the Lloyd Expressway this morning if you're heading out on the roadway. 72 degrees right now with lots of sunshine. Dew points are on the lower end, which is keeping things very comfortable, and we've got that breeze at 6 miles per hour. So not feeling too bad as you are headed out the door. Much better than where we were last week. We've got this high pressure that's going to continue to stay in control and filter in that clear and dry weather. We shouldn't be dodging any rain chances today. So an overall fantastic day as well as tomorrow. And look at tomorrow's temperature. We're going to start heating up. Temperatures will be more seasonable, though, and then it really starts to get dicey as we get closer to the middle of the week. Wednesday, highs are supposed to be well up into the 90s. Hot out there, and the storm chances return. So we're going to be talking about all of this and when those rain chances will really start to make an impact. Coming up in a bit, but for now, let's get back over to the desk.
Developing this morning, new measures will go into effect this week in Evansville to try and help stop the spread of coronavirus across the tri-state, though just from this weekend, dozens of new cases being reported. At least 70 new cases in our area counties, most coming from the Hoosier State. Vanderburgh County reporting more than 40 new cases, in Ward County 11 and 5 from DuBois County. Gibson, Spencer, and Pike counties also all reporting new cases as well. In Kentucky, just one new case out of Muhlenberg County. Illinois reporting 2 new cases, one in Saline County, the other out of Wayne County. Right now across the tri-state, there are several free testing sites for coronavirus. The Green River District Health Department releasing new appointments for the upcoming weeks. Testing will be offered at each of its 7 county clinics. You do need to pre-register in order to be tested, and you can do that by visiting the health department's online website.
Developing this morning, mask mandates are becoming more and more common. Kentucky putting in a statewide mandate in place last week, and on Wednesday, the River City will be the next area to see the mask mandates come into the community. Now, as Jake Thomas reports, the orders to mask up are now coming from city, county, and state leaders.
On Friday, a statewide mask mandate went into effect in the Bluegrass State. This mandate requiring Kentucky citizens to wear a mask in public anytime people are unable to social distance with one another. And with 453 new coronavirus cases reported in the Bluegrass State on Saturday, Governor Andy Beshear once again reminded people of how important it is to follow the mandates.
This may be the answer to how we get back to an old normal, how we save $10 billion in our economy we'll lose if we do not wear these, and what will give us our best chance to save lives and to hopefully get our kids back in school.
And after a week that saw Vanderburgh County set 2 consecutive single-day records for COVID-19 cases, Evansville Mayor Lloyd Winnecke announced on Friday a citywide mask mandate after speaking to medical experts in the area.
Unanimously, they are recommending that we proceed with a mask directive to help slow the spread of the virus and to protect the public health. An executive order is being drafted with a directive to wear a face covering beginning next Wednesday, July 15th.
But there are no fines or punishments set up in place for those that don't follow the mandate. And with no punishment set in place for defying this new mask mandate, some Evansville citizens don't expect to see much change.
No, if there's no punishment, nobody's going to listen to it. I mean, it's recommended and people already don't listen to it, so I doubt that everyone's going to follow it just because it's mandatory now.
Mayor Winnecke said that face coverings will be required in indoor public spaces and that he will strongly encourage businesses to also require them. The mandate goes into effect this Wednesday and is set to last for a week, but the mandate can be renewed for another 7 days at any time. Reporting in Evansville, Jake Thomas, 44 News.
Area businesses being hit with a 1-2 punch right now. 2 more restaurants joining a long list of businesses having to shut down in the tri-state once again.
Now, they've been temporarily closed as employees test positive for COVID-19, and Marissa Patwa is live in Evansville with the story.
Good morning, Aaron and Lauren. That is right. 2 more restaurants have had to temporarily close down. That includes the St. Philip's Inn, where I'm at right now, with an employee testing positive for COVID-19. That was announced just yesterday, while the Zapp's Tavern, located in Mount Vernon, also had an employee testing positive.
The St. Philip's Inn employee last worked in the restaurant on July 7th, while the Zapp's Tavern employee last worked on July 6th. Both restaurant owners say they have already requested their respective staffs be tested. Neither restaurant has given an exact reopening date yet, but Zapp's Tavern said they will only reopen once we can ensure a safe work environment for our team members and safe dining environment for our guests. Both of these establishments announcing their closures on the heels of the AZIP Pizza on the West Side Pearl Drive location and Brew Burger in downtown Evansville on Thursday, July 9th, each with an employee testing positive for COVID-19. While at Roni's employee also testing positive for COVID-19 last week after a deep cleaning, their drive-through only.
The Zapp's Tavern and the St. Philip's Inn are both undergoing deep cleanings today. As for those employees who tested positive for COVID-19, they will not be allowed to return to work until they are cleared from the virus. Reporting live in Evansville, Marissa Patwa, 44 News.
Now, if you head out to Kroger's and you're paying with some cash at the checkouts, well, you may not be getting any coins in your change for a while.
You're not going to get your coin change back. That is correct. Kroger confirming over the weekend that they're no longer going to be handing out change to customers. That is coins, of course. Instead, the remainders from cash transactions are going to be applied to loyalty cards to be used on their next purchase. The reason for the change in policy comes from the recent national coin shortage due to the pandemic disrupting the circulation of coins across the U.S. Just one more thing coronavirus is affecting. One woman proving love has no bounds after she decides to take a job at the healthcare facility where her husband was admitted. The couple was facing the struggles, as many throughout the country, of not being able to see one another due to coronavirus, this being very hard on her husband because he has Alzheimer's disease. So the health facility, they came up with a solution offering Mary Daniel a job as a dishwasher. That way she could, of course, spend time with her husband throughout this trying time. And does Mary Daniel's face not say it all?
You know, it just really speaks to family and just how important family is during this time and how willing people are to do what they need to do safely, of course, but to be able to see them.
Of course, and I don't know about you, but my mother, she was up for the 4th of July holiday, but I mean, I hadn't seen her since Christmas.
It's so hard.
It is. It's been difficult for all of us.
Of course. But, you know, we have something with us that's never a difficult difficulty, and that's a great forecast from Miss Griffin Glasscock. And she joins us with that Storm Team 44 look.
Well, I'm so glad that I get to bring you all good news today because it is going to be sunny out there. Temperatures are going to be below seasonable averages, mid-80s, which is something we don't normally see for this time of year. We're looking outside our Champion 4 camera in Owensboro. Beautiful blue skies, seeing lots of sunshine. A great morning to take that walk. Maybe roll down those windows as you're heading to work this morning. And as we head through the rest of the morning, it is going to be mostly pleasant well into your afternoon. We are coming in at 73 in Owensboro, 72 in Evansville and Henderson, already at 75 degrees in Madisonville. Washington, we are at 70 degrees, and our friends over in Harrisburg already coming in at 74 degrees. Now, as you are heading out the door, like I said, it's going to be pleasant. We'll be in those mid-70s, mid to upper 70s well through 10 o'clock, and then around 11 into 12, your lunch hour going to be absolutely fantastic as you get out the door, possibly sitting outside for lunch. We haven't really been able to do that. Yesterday it was raining. Last week it was just scorching hot around the lunch hour. So a good day to get out there, and the humidity levels going to be on the lower end, and that'll be well into tomorrow, and then it'll really start to tick up as you can see Wednesday into Thursday. That's when the humidity really starts to move back into the area, as well as the heat. We're going to be talking about that as well as some rain chances coming up in about 10 minutes.
Change, justice, and equality. That message from an Alabama man walking 1,000 miles to Minnesota.
And his journey took him on into the Bluegrass State, and that started after the death of George Floyd, and it came to an end over the weekend. Now, Fox's Chris DeMeo has that story.
After the death of George Floyd, Terry Willis felt compelled to do something.
I thought of the most extreme thing that would get the most attention silently.
He decided to walk from his home in Alabama to the spot where George Floyd died in police custody in Minneapolis. Willis started walking on June 2nd, and on Sunday, more than 1,000 miles later, he took the final steps of his trek. Surrounded by a crowd of supporters, Willis completed his cross-country journey by kneeling at the Floyd Memorial. He summed up his mission in 3 words.
Change, justice, equality. What? Just for all of us to be seen as equals. That's it.
Willis's 1,000-mile march has garnered nationwide attention. He took detours to pay his respects to Breonna Taylor in Louisville, Kentucky, Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri, and others who've been killed by police. As Willis made his way to Minnesota, supporters stopped him to take pictures and show appreciation with food, gas, and words of encouragement.
You're going to be able to do it. Absolutely. It's going to be powerful. Absolutely. Amazing. We love you and appreciate you.
Because we support him and everything he's doing and what he believes in, and it's a great thing.
But Willis says the walk isn't about him. It's about people of color being seen, respected, and treated equally.
I'm black, you're white, but we're humans. So until we all start treating each other like humans, we'll never see the change that we need.
Willis is also raising money to start a nonprofit organization focused on teaching individuals with a criminal record a skill that will allow them to open their own businesses and employ others. Chris DeMeo, Fox News.
We are taking a gorgeous live look. We're downtown Evansville there, a little bit of the river in the background, reflecting some clear blue skies and very little traffic on your roadways this morning. Stay with us. You're watching 44 News this morning.
Check current weather conditions on the 44 News app. Available on Google Play and the App Store.
Fox Tuesday. It's an all-stars chopping block.
You could cut the intensity with a knife.
And every week, one little piggy goes home.
The only thing missing on this pork dish is the tail.
Hell's Kitchen All-Stars. Tuesday at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Hi, I'm Malcolm Bright. I catch killers for a living. My father is one of the most notorious serial killers.
Let's solve a murder.
Prodigal Son, Tuesday at 9, 8 Central on Fox.
Hot deals and cool cash are going on now at Expressway Dodge. The heat is on with $29,990 on new 2020 Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4x4s. That's right, $29,990 or $359 a month. Zero down, sign and drive, loaded with a Hemi backup camera and more. And with these hot deals, get some cool cash up to $1,000 in cool cash. Only at Expressway Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Evansville during our summer clearance event.
Whenever you see a lawyer bragging they got their client money, the question you really have to ask is, what was that case really worth if it was handled by a great lawyer? Look, $100,000 sounds like a lot of money, but not if you had a life-changing injury. You know who else knows this? Insurance companies. They know which firms are real and which will fold, and they hope you'll hire the wrong law firm. All law firms are not the same. There's only one Morgan & Morgan for the people.
Barnett's Furniture Summer Sales Event is on. Dining sets start at $189. Two-piece sofa and love seats start at $399. Mattress sets start at $148 and recliners start at $249. Huge selection of area rugs. Summer's hot deals at Barnett's Furniture.
CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk, a vegan foundation formulated without formaldehydes, phthalates, parabens, sulfates, and talc, giving me a healthy, natural look that says, this is me. Clean Fresh Skin Milk from Easy Breezy Beautiful CoverGirl.
These are trying times for our community, but we're strong and we'll get through this together. Girling Law is open and we are hard at work. We may be apart physically, but we're more united than ever pursuing your justice. Through our web case portal, there's no need to leave your house to get help. If you've been injured, just call, click, or chat, and we can start working on your case today. Girling Law, here for you then, here for you now, here for you always.
Fairlife makes the most of milk. It's ultra filtered for 50% less sugar and 50% more protein. So make the most of any occasion with Fairlife ultra filtered milk.
Welcome to a MasterChef Summer
Barbecue
with twists that raise the stakes.
We've decided that your main course isn't enough. We want to see a dessert.
I feel like I'm about to have a meltdown.
Season 10.
MasterChef, Wednesday on Fox.
The Redskins getting rebranded. According to multiple reports, one of the NFL's oldest franchises will bow to growing calls from corporate sponsors and activist organizations to change its name.
Now, this comes after long-time pressure that's been revitalized by the recent focus on racial injustice in America. And Fox News correspondent Jackie Ibanez has that story.
Game over for the Redskins logo. After more than 80 years, Washington's football team is expected to retire the name considered by many to be a racial slur for Native Americans.
Like most Native people, I have a real problem with that name Redskin because I know where it came from, and it has a pretty bad history.
The move comes less than 2 weeks after the franchise announced it's launching a thorough review of its moniker. The investigation prompted by mounting pressure from several prominent sponsors. Major retailers like Amazon, Walmart, and Nike have all pulled Redskins merchandise from store shelves and websites. And FedEx, the team's stadium sponsor, threatened to back out of an $8 million deal if the name didn't change. But the public pressure goes back even further than these recent demands. For years, team owner Daniel Snyder has resisted calls to do away with the Redskins name, saying repeatedly that it would never happen. The mascot makeover will likely come with a hefty price tag. From stadium signs to merchandise to employee business cards, a total rebranding of the organization could cost at least $10 million.
In terms of profitability, it's local revenues, it's tickets, it's merchandise, it's things that are bought on premise at the stadium that can really make the difference between profit and loss. And so I do think that there is some risk of alienation of perhaps long-standing fans.
The new name remains a mystery for now, but Warriors, Red Wolves, and Red Tails are the most popular choices among fans. Jackie Ibanez, Fox News.
In St. Paul, Minnesota, a National Mothers March is being held for family members who have lost loved ones to police and calling for reform. Now, among the attendees of the march were the relatives of Breonna Taylor. She's the young woman who was fatally shot by Louisville police on March 13th. The march plans to stop at the Minnesota State Capitol, where protesters will demand an end to police violence and excessive policing in urban communities.
New this morning, Tropicana Evansville could have new ownership by the end of this year. Eldorado Resorts going to have to sell 3 of its Hoosier casinos by the end of 2020. This is the company is slated to take over Caesars Entertainment. Officials with Eldorado Resorts say the casinos in Evansville and Elizabeth, Kentucky could likely be sold.
Scammers, they're not slowing down during this pandemic, and now they're deceiving some customers with utility scams.
Duke Energy is reminding customers they're never going to ask you for personal information over the phone. They're also never going to ask you for payment using money orders or gift cards. To learn how to recognize the signs of a scam, we've posted that information. You can find it on our website, WEVV.com. Well, the time right now, 49 minutes past the 8 o'clock hour. Where did the morning go, Aaron?
It's gone too fast.
I don't know. Seriously, though, where'd the morning go?
I mean, I've been having a grand old time.
It's been a lot of fun having
almost
you here.
Over.
Yes,
but
it is.
Fortunately, what's not quite over yet is our weather. And that's because we have Storm Team meteorologist Griffin Glasscock. She's going to be joining us with a quick look at our forecast. Hey, Griffin.
Hey, guys. Good morning. We're starting off with a beautiful sight outside our Owensboro Convention camera. Look at that of the riverfront. The sun just beaming down on the Ohio River. A beautiful sight. And for those heading outdoors this morning, temperatures are already well up into the 70s. We're at 72 in Evansville, 71 in Vincennes. Our friends down in Greenville, 74, and we are at 75 degrees in Madisonville this morning. And temperatures are going to be rising well through the day, but nothing like the summer heat that we normally experience for this time of year. We'll be well into the 80s for your lunch hour if you've got plans to maybe take the kiddos to the park or the playground. I know I was just showing that sky view of the riverfront down at Smothers Park. Might be a good day to take the kids there. And it's not going to be too hot for them, but just make sure you do grab the sunscreen. For today, we'll be at 85 degrees, mostly sunny, and with that high pressure in control, it's going to keep things dry, so we won't be dodging any rain chances, and that northerly wind is going to be making our conditions feel much more comfortable, as we did see some cooler temperatures yesterday, but the rain was responsible for that. So here's the high pressure. We've got it in our Midwest, and it's going to continue progressing our way, and it's going to be filtering in those comfortable conditions well into tomorrow. But Wednesday, we're going to be tracking this system that could be bringing us some active weather well into the rest of the week. So a lot to look forward to over the next several days. As we skip forward to Wednesday, this is what we will be experiencing. Rain chances will be well into much of Wednesday. Could be scattered. You know, models are kind of showing different things at this point, but it's going to continue well into Thursday. And one thing is for sure, our temperatures are going to be hot.
America's largest injury firm is also your local law firm. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
My name is Perry Black, and I'm the president and CEO of Youth First. Youth First's mission is to strengthen youth and families. I wanted to be a part of an organization that truly transformed and saved lives. We're all about caring for kids and helping them reach their full potential.
At Romaine Subaru, we share this passion for caring. That's why we support Subaru Loves to Care. Now through July 31st, get 0% financing for 63 months on a new 2020 Outback.
Hey, guys, the internet's on sale. Like high-speed internet access to all the stuff you love and need. Shopping, browsing, streaming. Now for the unbelievably low price of $39.99 per month. But you've got to act fast to get it for a price this low. Switch to WOW today and get super fast Internet 100 with no contracts and safe, simple, contact-free installation on sale for only $39.99 per month. And while you're at it, double the speed for just $5 more.
Wow. Creditors chasing you down? You can run, but you can't hide. Call Indiana bankruptcy attorney Lloyd Kohler at 812-949-2211. Call Kohler Law. One call, that's all. We stop creditors in their tracks.
Ken Brown here at Audubon Chrysler, Western Kentucky's largest Jeep dealer. We have so many Jeep Renegades in stock, we're nearly giving them away. Save up to $7,700. 0% financing for 72 months and no payment for 90 days. Don't pay more for your brand new Jeep Renegade, Cherokee, Grand Cherokee, or Compass. Come see us at Highway 41 and we'll save you more. Audubon Chrysler here in Henderson, where the Viper sits high in the sky.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service. It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
Introducing Dermasuction, the new way to suck that yuck out of your pores. Dermasuction removes blackheads and dirt from the pores on your face. You'll be amazed at everything it extracts. Dermasuction uses powerful yet gentle vacuum action to suck the yuck right out, so there's no more painful squeezing. Dermasuction does all the work for you with incredible results. Then just rinses clean. Get yours today.
Developing news this morning, Evansville police say a man who was shot over the weekend in the 2500 block of Sunburst Boulevard has died. According to police officers, they arrived to find the victim with blood on his shorts, later determining that he'd been shot twice in both legs. The victim was taken to an area hospital. No arrests have been made. Now, if you know anything about the connection to the shooting, you are asked to contact Evansville Police Department. And in other developing news, Owensboro police have identified the victim in a single vehicle accident over the weekend. 18-year-old Logan Davis of Owensboro has been identified as the victim who died Friday night just after 11 p.m. The driver was trapped inside the vehicle and had to be extricated by the Owensboro Fire Department. Davis was taken to an area hospital where he later died from his injuries. And new this morning, Tropicana Evansville could have some new ownership by the end of 2020. Eldorado Resorts will have to sell 3 of its Indiana casinos by the end of the year. This is the company is slated to take over Caesars Entertainments. Officials with Eldorado Resorts say that the casinos in Evansville and Elizabeth would likely be sold. And It Takes a Village No-Kill Rescue says that they are stopping any further intake of future animals due to being understaffed, saying that with the few members that they have, they just can't keep up with the hundreds of applications and the vetting process for every animal. But for now, the organization will be spending the next week trying to catch up on their current backlog and evaluating their procedures.
Hey, good morning, everybody. We're going to be talking about temperatures rising well up into the mid-80s for today. Mostly sunny conditions and pleasant and dry. We've got that high pressure in control, so it's going to be keeping things on the drier side. Not going to be experiencing any rain chances. So we're out of those conditions, as that's what we did see yesterday. So a good day to get outside. Maybe if you have a pool, your friend has one, or your neighbors, I would take advantage of it because it is going to be warm out there, but comfortable. Not going to be taking the much needed breaks like we normally would if we were seeing those heat index values well near the triple digits. We still have those heat index values on the higher end, especially around 1 o'clock, and then it will drop off throughout the afternoon. Now, just to give you an idea of how fast you can get a sunburn around that 1 o'clock time, it's only going to take you about 15 minutes, so you want to be making sure that you're putting that sunscreen on rather than that tanning oil, because you can burn very quickly with those heat index values near the extreme levels. Now, as we head into tonight, will be much of the same as what we experienced last night. Lows will be in the upper 60s, so feeling very comfortable for this time of year. Mostly clear, and we'll hang on to that north wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Absolutely fantastic conditions over the next couple of days, and then we're really going to start to turn stuff around as we get closer to Wednesday. That's when we'll see those rain chances really start to filter in. We'll be hanging on to the heavier rain chances well into Friday. Look at those temperatures, though, just going up, and we're going to be hanging on to the heat for quite some time. Saturday and Sunday, we should go down a bit with the rain chances. It'll be mostly those afternoon showers that will be firing up because of the heat and humidity. But my goodness, we should take advantage of the next couple of days, Aaron and Lauren, because after that, whew, it's a hot one.
Thank you, Griffin. Had a little slip of the tongue. Just want to make a minor correction here before we go.
Yeah, just a small correction. That shooting over the weekend at Woodland Park Apartments, that is, of course, Sunburst Boulevard. The victim found with 2 gunshot wounds, taken to an area hospital. The person is alive, and they are expected to survive. So some good news there. Again, if you have any information on that shooting, you're asked to call Evansville Police.
Thank you so much for joining us, and have a great rest of your morning.